And now we're back with KSL 5 News. The president has just been shot by John Wilkes Booth, a well-known actor, earlier today. We think this possible motive for shooting Lincoln was Lincoln's issuing of the Emancipation Proclamation, freeing all slaves in the Confederate States. Here's John Allen at the Petersen house. John?
Thank you, Nathan. I'm outside the Petersen house, where Lincoln is on his deathbed with doctors by his side. Dr. Leale, how is his condition?
Well, not good. The bullet is lodged about 6 inches in the back of his head, and he's lost a lot of blood since the shooting, but the blood has begun to clot. We are removing the clots along with excess brain fluid and brain matter every few minutes to help relieve brain pressure on the president's brain. The president is currently in a coma, and there's not expected to be any sign of him regaining consciousness anytime soon.
What are the chances of the president's survival?
Right now, it's looking like the president's chances of survival are really slim. Now, if you excuse me, I should be getting back to the president.
Now back to Nathan in the newsroom.
Thank you. We will get back to the president as his condition changes. Here now is standing with the guard who is supposed to be guarding Lincoln before he was shot.
I'm outside Ford's Theater, alongside the guard who left his post before the president was shot. Why did you leave your post? I was having trouble seeing the play, and was very interested in it, so I moved to a different seat in order to get a better view. How do you feel about your decision to move to a better seat? Looking back on what happened, I wish I could have stayed where I was, protecting the president, and now I have to live with the thought of my actions for the rest of my life. I'm sorry to hear that. Now over to Jack with one of the actors who witnessed this event.
Thank you. I bet that guard feels like a real halfwit. Here with me is Henry Hawk, an actor who saw what happened inside the theater tonight. What comments do you have on what happened during your performance this evening?
Just after I said the line that always gets a laugh. Don't know the manners of good society, eh? Well, I guess I know enough to turn you inside out, old gal. You sock-dollizing old man-trap. Right after I said that, I heard the gunshot coming up from somewhere in the balcony. Just after that, I saw Booth jumping to the stage and shouted, "Sic Semper Tyrannis." It looked to me like he broke his ankle because I watched him limp off the stage.
Do you know what Sic Semper Tyrannis means?
I think it means thus always to tyrants in Latin.
Thank you for that brilliant description. Now, back to you in the studio.
I am much obliged. Now, I'm sorry to report. We've just received some very sad news. President Lincoln has died within the past few minutes. We're now going directly to the scene. Here again is John with Dr. Leale.
Thank you, Nathan. Doctor, can you tell me what happened to the president?
We came to the conclusion that it would be impossible for him to regain consciousness, and we eventually pronounced him dead at 7:22 this sad morning.
Okay, thanks for your time. Now back to the studio.
I'd like to say a few words about his life. Abraham Lincoln, 16th president of this great country, only served us for 4 years and a few months. He was loved, he was hated, and he was a great role model for all of us. He'll be sorely missed, but will never be forgotten. President Lincoln died at 56.
Thank you. I bet that guard feels like a halfwit. Here with me is Henry Hank, an actor who saw what happened inside a theater. What comments do you have and what happened during your performance? Thank you. I bet that guard feels like a halfwit. Here with me is Henry Hank.
I'm sorry to hear that. Now over to Jack with one of the actors. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry to hear that. Now over to Jack. Brendan, that crab off. Okay.
Do you know what Sic Semper Tyrannis? Thank you for that brilliant description. Now
Now we're back with KSL 5 News. The president has just been shot by John Wilkes Booth. Shut up.